What kind of nightmare makes a woman beg to turn into a man? You might think you know the story of Poseidon. You know the trident, the storms, the bad temper. But there is one story, one incredibly dark R-rated myth that most history books try to gloss over. It's the story of a transformation so extreme it shocked the Olympians themselves. It's not about a hero seeking glory, it's about a victim seeking armor. To understand how this ends, with a man being hammered into the earth like a nail, we have to go back to the beginning, back to a woman named Kainis. And she wasn't just any woman. In the ancient world, she was famous for her beauty. But in Greek mythology, being beautiful is basically a curse. It puts a target on your back. Kainis knew this. She actually tried to live a quiet life, staying away from marriage, trying to stay off the radar of the gods. But Poseidon doesn't care about boundaries. One day, while Kainis is walking along the shore, the sea god emerges. He takes what he wants. It's a brutal, violent assault, and afterwards, in this twisted attempt to make it right, because Greek gods operate on a completely different moral compass than us, Poseidon offers her a wish. He tells her, "I will grant you anything you want. Gold, kingdoms, revenge, just name it." Now, pause for a second. What would you ask for? Most people in myths ask for immortality, or to be a queen. Kainis didn't ask for any of that. She looked the god who just traumatized her in the eye and gave the most heartbreaking answer in all of mythology. She said, "Make me a man. Change me so that I can never suffer like this again. Make me a warrior so strong that no one can ever hurt me." And Poseidon actually did it. He didn't just change her gender, he granted the wish in the most literal, extreme way possible. He turned Kainis into Caeneus. But he didn't just make him a man, he gave him skin that was harder than bronze. He made him completely invulnerable. Swords would shatter against his chest, spears would snap if you threw them at him. He became a walking tank. Think about that shift. One day you are the most vulnerable person in the room, living in fear. The next, you are physically incapable of being harmed. That kind of power, it does something to your head. The trauma didn't just go away because the body changed, it festered. Caeneus became the most feared warrior in the land of the Lapiths. He was unstoppable on the battlefield, but he also became arrogant. Actually, arrogant is an understatement. Caeneus started to believe he was better than the gods. He took his spear, this massive weapon he used to slaughter his enemies, and stuck it in the middle of the market square. He ordered people to pray to the spear. He stopped worshipping the Olympians. He basically said, "I am my own god now. I am untouchable." Zeus, obviously, was watching this. And Zeus hates it when mortals get too big for their boots. But here's the problem. Even Zeus couldn't easily kill him. Poseidon's magic was too strong. You couldn't strike him down with a lightning bolt if his skin couldn't be pierced. So, the gods orchestrated a different kind of death. It happens at the wedding of Pirithous. You've probably seen the art of this, the Centauramachy. It's where the centaurs get drunk at a wedding and try to kidnap the bride. A massive brawl breaks out, humans versus half-horse monsters. Tables are being smashed, wine jars are flying, and in the middle of it all stands Caeneus. The centaurs surround him. They are terrified at first. They stab him, and the blades bend. They bite him, and their teeth break. Caeneus is laughing at them. He's killing them left and right, completely untouched. He is the ultimate weapon. But then one of the centaurs gets an idea. He realizes that even if you can't cut him, you can still crush him. The centaurs stop trying to stab him. Instead, they start grabbing massive pine trees. They rip huge boulders out of the earth. They surround Caeneus and start piling mountains of heavy timber and rock on top of him. They aren't trying to wound him. They are trying to bury him. Caeneus is still fighting, slashing at the wood, but the weight is too much. He's standing upright, and they are literally hammering him into the ground like a tent peg. The pile of trees and rocks gets higher and higher. He's still alive in there. He's still invulnerable, but he can't breathe. He can't move. The very earth is swallowing him whole. It's a horrific way to go, to be buried alive because you're too tough to die. In the end, some legends say that as the pile of debris settled, a golden bird with flaming wings flew out from the top of the mound. The soul of Caeneus, finally free from the weight of his armor. So look at the irony here. Poseidon gave him a body that couldn't be cut, thinking it was the ultimate protection. But that same invulnerability is exactly what led to him being suffocated under a mountain of trees. It makes you wonder about the nature of that wish. Was becoming an unfeeling, invincible warrior actually a gift? Or was it just a different kind of prison for a traumatized soul? What do you think? Did Caeneus get justice? Or was his entire life just one long tragedy?